hook up the winch and that would pull it literally up the tree. It could. It's strong enough to do that. But it's all electric, you know. So, but we want to do it with manpower, you know. So we want to do it so one person can pull that thing up there, one or two people can pull it up that hill. And we'll show you how to do it. These things on it, called a sandwich block. It's a pulley, and what it does, it doubles your pulling power. So if you start off with, you can pull 100 pounds, you put one of these on, then you can pull 200 pounds. Okay? And you put another one on, then you can put pull 400 pounds. And it just keeps multiplying, doubles every time you add a snatch block. Is that right, Kyle?
It adds to the multiplying number. So
okay.
If you do 2 or I don't know, we'll see when we hook it up.
Put the rope in there, right there, and then you put it together, and then you use what we call a clevis. Some people call them a D-ring, but it's more properly called a clevis. And we attach it. This is a clevis here. We use this to attach it to the rope. It's a lot better than a knot, especially when you're working with ropes. Knots are really hard to get off of. There you go.
One.
Yeah. So I'm pulling 9 feet of rope, and the Jeep's only moving 1 foot.
And before it was what, 6 to 1?
Right.
Oh, okay.
There's only 4 or 5 ropes.
It's different.
Right.
Different way you set the pulleys.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put the Jeep back down. Okay, so pretty much when you're looking at the mechanical advantage that you're creating using rope, anytime you're pulling away from the actual load that you're pulling, you're going to be pulling an odd number of mechanical advantage. So if I'm pulling the Jeep by myself, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If I pull on, it's kind of confusing, but if I were to pull on this rope, this is a 3-to-1 ratio. So I'm using, I'm 1 unit of force, but every time I go over a pulley, I'm adding, well, let's see. Sorry, every time I'm going over a pulley at the workload, I'm adding, I'm multiplying. So it's 1 is becoming 2 units of force. So then, then this rope, which is the other, it's going through this pulley, down to that pulley, and then back. So this rope has actually got 2 units of force on it. Plus, the unit that I'm actually pulling myself creates 3 units of force. So, so this is a 3-to-1 pulling ratio. But if I were to create another 3-to-1 ratio off of this rope that I'm pulling on, it doesn't add, you multiply. So instead of a 3-to-1, now I'm pulling 9-to-1. And it's actually pretty easy.
Wow. One person. Isn't that incredible? Yeah, yeah.
Now
That's amazing.
The downfall of this system is that I am actually grabbing onto the ropes using what they call a Purcell pressic. It's basically a way of anchoring to a midpoint in the rope. So once I've pulled as far as I can and the pulleys have collapsed, in order for me to keep pulling the Jeep, I have to reset the Purcell pressics. So, so it's kind of a ratcheting system. It's you can create a lot of force.
Because it needs to be in the middle?
No, it's just that I can very quickly collapse the pulleys. I can get this pulley all the way up there, and there will be actually quite a bit of distance still between. See how this pulley is getting further and further away from the Jeep?
Yeah.
When this pulley actually reaches this one,
Then you have to reset it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So
So-
then there's no more room for it to go. It can't go through the pulley. So,
Exactly.
okay.
In a rope, when you pull on it, you put tension on the rope. And the tension is exactly the same everywhere in the rope. So when I'm pulling on it, if I just connect a rope to here and pull, the tension, if you just look at the Jeep or the rope pulling it this way with whatever tension I put on it, like 100 pounds. But if we look at it right now, if we like cut this and don't look at all that, then we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ropes. And so my 100 pounds is actually being multiplied by 6. So there's 600 pounds of force pulling for my one. And if we get 2 people on here, then same as 12 people pulling.
And if you could, let's say you could only pull 50 pounds, you just would add more rope and more.
Yeah, every time you put
Snap.
more pulleys and stuff, it just multiplies it more and more and more.
Okay, so
Okay.
so
Still a little hard for just one person, but it's good, you know? Yeah, 2 people do it.
pretty amazing, huh?
And because it's 6 to 1, it means for every 6.
The vehicle, you know, let's say you have, you know,
Oh, yeah.
a Toyota, a 2-wheel drive Toyota. How is it gonna pull this up?
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to pull it out, it just has to be heavy enough that we can anchor to it that can.
And there's even something that you can do, like if I needed to, let's say my car's stuck and there's nothing to anchor it to, but if I have a shovel and my spare tire and a rope,
We had how many
I
guys trying
can
to push it?
dig a hole in the ground in such a way that the tire is pulling against all this earth, okay? And then I can tie the rope to it and pull it out that way.